Call recording is on.
All right, what we're going to do today is talk to you about having your own personal website and why you should have it. If you're only going to invite 2 to 4 people, you really don't need it. You can just go to RIZEupConnect.info and use the company's website. And when it gets to, I'm just going to bring it up here. Now, you go to RIZEupConnect.info. And you can go ahead and show your guests the website here that belongs to the company. And then when you get down to join and you click on join us, all you need to do is put in your username that you have. So if it's YouTube benefit, you type that in there, and then when you click up here by enrolled by, the name of the person that owns that site will appear, and that's Jamal, who's on the line with us. And so that's how you change it. And so it's real simple. But if you say, hey, you know what, I'd like to have my own website, I'd like to promote my own project, we're going to talk about that today and how to do that. So this is I'm going to go back here because I can't. Okay, so what you're going to do is you start at the top of the page. The website's exactly the same, except when you have your own website, it has your personal information on it. For example, this here is a church that I worked with, and it talks about how to get out of debt. And the church says we want to burn the mortgage of everybody in our church and our church mortgage. And so you can have that project put right on your website. You talk here about the money that you can save in taxes, and there's over 40 videos of money you can save in taxes. So we're not going to hear for that, but you can remind people of that. Then when you go down to your project, this is my wife, and her project is that she teaches a Bible study to Chinese students coming to Notre Dame. And the Bible studies twice a week. She's been doing this for 26 years, and she has all these students and friends now in China, and they keep saying, hey, come over here and see us, come and see us. And so I really don't want to go there. I went one time while overseas, and if they don't speak English, I don't want to go. I don't enjoy myself at all. But that's something that she wants to accomplish, so you can promote that and talk about it on your website. My project is right here, and that is I want to help 100,000 people get out of debt and share this, what we do with 100,000 people. So far, we have 459, so I got a ways to go. But now, with our RIZEup Connect, we have a way of doing that. I talked to one guy about his wife. He wanted to get her out of debt and get out of debt. And so she took a second job working at the mall, and after a year, he came back to me and said, hey, he said, you know, she's been working there for a year, and we haven't got any but more than $400 in the year. We don't get it. I said, well, that's because you're throwing money away. And he says, what do you mean? I said, let's go see your wife tomorrow at lunch. I'll buy lunch, and we'll see her at lunch. So we go out there, and I handed him a stack of $1 bills, and I said, I'd like you to take that dollar bill, and I'd like you to wad it up, and when I tell you, I want you to throw it out the window. And he said, what? I said, just do it. And he said, okay. So we drove 2 miles, and I said, okay, throw it out the window. He threw it out the window. We drove 2 miles more. He wadded it up. And I said, okay, 2 more miles, throw it out the window. And he threw it out the window. Again, I said, okay, take another one, get it wadded up and get it ready. He goes, wait a minute, why are we throwing this money out the window? I said, why? What do you mean? He said, well, that's kind of stupid. I said, well, your wife does that every day. He says, what? I says, you see, she buys gas so she can get to work. If you guys would have a home-based business and she'd make an appointment to meet people at work, at the mall, at the food court, like we're going to do for lunch today, she could deduct that mileage as a business expense. And if you get 20 miles to the gallon of gas, and gas costs you $2 a gallon, well, how much money did you just saved? And you can do that every day as a business owner. Now here's that married couple, and they want to get money to go on that nice honeymoon. So they can put that picture right here, and they can tell their people about it. Now, it's not to brag on your project. People don't really care about our project, except if it applies to them. And so I kind of put my project down toward the bottom and don't really talk much about it. But people do like hearing about the projects, and it gives them ideas because they realize you're not begging for money. You're saying, hey, I'm going to help you get what you want, and it's going to cost you $37 one time out of pocket to do it. What a deal. So having your own personal website can be done. We show people how they can pay their monthly bills with our project. This is Gloria. This is her project, and she goes to the farmer's market every week and grows her own vegetables. And at the farmer's market, she goes around to all the vendors, and she said, listen, if you guys have anything that won't keep until the next market, I'd be glad to take it and give it to people who have a need. And she has a route that she covers of people who just don't have enough money, and she gives them these products every week. Gathers new people and delivers them. She doesn't charge the people for gas. She doesn't charge for the products. She just gives them away as a part of her work. And so this is not just a tool to make money, but it can be part of your work. If you're a woodworker, you might want a project with woodworking on it. We ask them, what would you do with $100,000? The reason you want to ask them that is you want to know if they have a project or not. This is Bertie, and she's 73 years old. She's got arthritis. She can't hardly work anymore. And she's got an adjustable rate mortgage that keeps going up every time the interest rates jump up. And she's concerned with this next year, with the economy going to increase, and I really believe it will, that her rates are going to really jump up, and she needs to get that house paid for. We're looking for 100 people that want to pay off their mortgage in 1 year. And it's a special plan that we're using to do that, and we're going to show you how to maximize the income that you make here and how to increase that income enough and reduce that debt to get rid of it in a year. If you've got a 30-year mortgage or a 20-year mortgage, we can do it in 10 years. So either way, we can help you. You can make money with your computer. You've got a computer, and let's say you have high-speed internet, but you don't have a home-based business. You can buy the computer from yourself. You can buy an office equipment from yourself if you don't have it, or you can buy it and take it off your taxes. If you'll just work 45 minutes a day, you would qualify for a tax allowance from the government. So you can take this money off of your taxes. Let's take a look down here at this project. This is Papa Nui, and he's a storyteller in Hawaii. He just joined, and the reason he joined is because he wants to reprint his books. He tells stories to the kids that come to visit his booth, and he reads them a story. Well, he wants to reprint them, but he needs some money to do it. And he wanted to know if that would happen. I said yes. And he's also given people an incentive to build their 2x2 because he said, if you will complete your power pack, I will give you one of my books. And this is his website right here. I'm going to pause this video. It's pretty loud. And they can order their books direct. And so you can go right to your websites and promote your website. So what you get for $35 is you get your own website. You get your email, your name, your phone number on there. And if you have a link to a website, we will put that in there. And that's $35 one time out of pocket. But it's also an income center, because if you have somebody that you enroll order a website from us, then you get a $15 commission. When you have 3 websites ordered, yours is paid for. And that's a one-time cost. All you do is go to the bottom of the page, click on Order Website. You got an order form that says, I'd like to order my personal website. You put in your enroller's username, your username that you create if you haven't created one yet and you're here for the first time, your first name, your last name, your email address, and your phone number. I'd like to order my website. You check that box. I will send you $35 by PayPal. You will receive a $15 for each referral that places an order from you. And if you make any mistakes, corrections are $25. You need to give me correct information so I can put it on there. Double check all the information, make sure it's correct, and then click on the blue button. We can get your website started. It usually takes 2 to 3 days to get that done. Now that's only for the person that wants to mass market so that you know they get to your website.